This tripod is absolutely garbage, and it doesn't hold the phone upright. Or hi, Malka. Um, you know what? I feel you, Malka. I was in that pain yesterday. And listen, although I'm still in physical pain, I want to talk to you guys. Hey, hey, Paula, Malka, Ninja. You've been trying to join Gab, but so far no luck. What's the issue? Am I crooked to you guys? Like, am I crooked? Because my phone's like, it's going to be crooked either way. Now, listen, I want to talk to you guys. This is a special live stream because yesterday, hey, Urban, how are you, darling? Yesterday, you guys, hey, Monique, you guys pulled me back from a really dark place. So I'm going to say hi in a minute, and I just want to get this out of the way. My sister called me last night and asked me how things were going, and that just brought all this stuff back up. I had to get off the phone. But I got to tell you guys, you uplifted me like nobody else could yesterday, with the exception of my husband. And I want to say thank you to Carla, Tanya, and Renita for sending me tips through PayPal. Those are going towards this basket of flowers you see on the thumbnail for Ann Audrey's service, because we can't go. Right. After I got through the darkness yesterday and I woke up today and went, okay, let's tackle this. And I went through all my bills, and we have to buy a pool liner now. If we don't, I'm going to go an entire summer without a pool. And that's just not, it's a medical issue for me to have a pool in the summertime. But I went through all of our bills and stuff this week, and I have enough for a pool liner and enough for groceries, and enough to send Anna Audrey some flowers from our family. However, you guys are going to be, those of you who tipped through PayPal or who tipped through PayPal today, you will be put on the card as well, under YouTube family. Okay. So I'm not asking anybody to give. I'm giving you your card readings back from yesterday, because apparently every card I pulled was about me yesterday. And so I don't think everybody who had a card read got a fair shake. I am feeling better. I actually went to sleep last night and I slept 5 dead to the world solid hours. And I haven't had a 5-hour solid sleep in weeks. So, and I mean, even when I get 5 hours, it's not always solid. It's sometimes I'm tossing and turning, but or I'm aware of what's going on, the slightest sound kind of. But but I slept like dead for 5 hours. And then I got up, I got Howie off to work, and I made him Western sandwiches. You'd call them Denver omelet sandwiches. I made him Westerns and got his lunch ready, and I went back to sleep for another 2 solid hours. So it's like I was up at 10. It's like, ooh, no, 3 solid hours. So I've slept. I've slept, and I'm really grateful that I've slept. Oh, okay, hang on a second. PayPal info is Mrs. Wolfie at gmail.com. Now, we can't afford what it would take for us to go to the funeral. That's why we're sending flowers. Okay. We can't afford a new set of tires for Howie's car. We can't afford my bearings getting fixed and my steering columns going. Something's going wrong with the truck. So the next best thing we can do is send a nice basket of daisies and baby's breath, because you know what? When I went to stay with Ann Audrey, she had this cute little dog, and she named her Daisy. And it, what got me was the name of the basket is grandmother's basket of flowers or something like that. So Um, so glad you're feeling better. I was cooking with you all night as we just left the YouTube on. Oh, thank you. Well, you could have turned the volume down, and left it in another room. But thank you. I appreciate that very much. So, who wants a reading today? Let's start this day off. And again, you don't know how deep of a depression I was in yesterday. It was like the crap I went through financially was just like the cherry on a 2-week sour cake, Sacred smoke. Smoke of the sacred white sage. Cleanse us. Purify us. May the words I speak be honest and filtered through love, and may anyone who needs it receive a message that gives them hope. And let's clean the cards. Yes, we want you cards to be cleaned for everybody else today. I got the message yesterday. Okay? Oh, hey. Hey, paranormal. Hi. A Tree Grows in Brooklyn again. I love it. Oh, I love that book. I'm actually thinking of redoing the Little House on the Prairie series because it was really rough. It was really rough back then. But I've mentioned that a couple of times and people are like, no, because maybe you'll do it a slightly different way. And that's the way we're used to. So weigh in on that. Autumn Leaf, how are you, darling? So I'm just going to start pulling cards. And if they resonate with you, wonderful. How are you, paranormal? Hey, Autumn Leaf. But I will get Angie to take a picture of the basket too, so that because this is just the basket. This is the picture from the florist. It's not the. I'll get Angie to take a picture of the real deal. So, okay, Forest Tales. Thank you, Forest Tales. Is it Renita or Carla? Thank you for your tip yesterday into my PayPal. It's going towards the flowers you see on the thumbnail today. Okay, so the Work Your Light Oracle is not talking. You know what? But the universe has your back. It's calling. Bev, please. Hi, Malka. I did say hi. How's your pain today, honey? Yesterday's damp was yesterday's I'm still on a fibro flare, but it's not as bad now. Like, I had 2 weeks of a lot of emotional stuff going on. And then I was given reason to hope that my monetary stuff would be sorted out. And when it wasn't, I crashed. But the truth is, guys, it's going to work out sooner or later. I mean, that chick with the coin kept coming up, and I'm pretty sure she was talking to me. Hey, Freaky. Okay. Well, I'm still working on the Anne of Green Gables series. I'm at Anne's House of Dreams. I'm about halfway through it. Not quite. Yeah, about halfway through it. And I've got a couple more chapters read. I just have to edit them. So I'll be doing that this afternoon. And if you don't see, oh my God, my seashell here, it's because did I see Joe? Hey, Joe. Yeah, I had the shoulder pain for the last couple of days. It's not so bad now, but it's still there, right? What was I saying? Um, so I woke up this morning and said, okay, I have to start the day on a new square, right? But I tell you something, it was so hard yesterday. I couldn't even talk to my sister on the phone. Like, I said, I can't talk, Gwen, I can't. And she says, you want me to let you go? And I said, yes, please. And I'll talk to you tomorrow, kind of thing, right? That coin card yesterday could have been a global warning that prices are jumping yet again. No, it wasn't actually a warning. It was the coin card is good stuff's coming, but for some people, it depends on how it feels in my hand and who it's for, right? Whoa. Well, we didn't get the coin card today. Ah, I don't know who needs to hear this, but I got this. Rest and rejuvenation. Okay, we've all been going through a lot of crap for almost, 2.5 years. We've all been going through a lot of stuff. And I just found out the day after and Audrey passed, my good friend's husband passed, Barb's husband, Bruce passed. So, I mean, it's a rotten time of year for us to begin with, right? But now we're getting ready for garden season and we need to rest and rejuvenate our souls so that when we put our hands in the plants and the dirt, that we're doing a direct connection with the earth, and we're going to let the earth charge us as we love and charge it. Does that make sense? I don't know who needed to hear that, but yeah, seashell, the coin card yesterday. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. Howie's stopping to shop on his way home. Whoa! The fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. Now, I don't know what this card means in the book, but do you notice the chakra is the throat? Okay? You protect your voice. I don't know who needs to hear this, but they are trying so hard to censor and downtrod any kind of free speech, whether it's on the internet or anywhere else. Do not, I don't know who needs to hear this, do not let the powers that be stop you from speaking the truth. Okay? You don't have to shout it from the rooftops, and you don't have to say it to people who don't want to listen. But there's going to be somebody who wants to hear that truth. All right? Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your energy on those that are volunteers. But don't mute your truth. Okay? These cards are really, really talking. So how's everybody doing today? I'm making chicken soup. I threw a roasting chicken in the Dutch oven yesterday and covered it in garlic and paprika and stuff, and I just roasted it. I got 39 pounds of meat for under $50 yesterday. Wow, Urban. Well, yeah, I've given Howie the grocery list because it's not even worth it for me to drive to Wakefield because of the cost of gas, and Howie's in Ottawa where all the better stores are, right? Not that they're any better than ours, but the prices are better on milk. Milk in Ottawa is like $5.59 a bag or a gallon, and here it's between $7 and $10 a gallon, depending on whether you go to Giant Tiger or whatever, or IGA, right? But still, I had to go through all the flyers because most of the stuff that's on sale is garbage. Well, it's not garbage, but it's like hot dogs and craft dinner and all that stuff. Hot dogs, craft dinner, chips, yogurt, all those things. Meat, I'll be spending $30 on chicken legs. I told Howie because it's $10 a bag, but I said grab, $30 worth. And we'll be lucky when he gets there if there's any left, right? Even though that, because we're living on tube meat, right? Tube meat and soups and stuff. So I've got 3 packages of ground turkey left, 3 packages of ground beef. I have some stew meat and like bacon and stuff, right? So I said to Howie, get the chicken, right? But the grocery list is not a long one because I'm realizing that my pantry's coming in really, really handy. Like, what did we have last night? We had the chicken, and I just made instant mashed potatoes, and I made home canned green beans. And today we're having chicken soup. And tomorrow I'm going to use the leftover chicken to make another meal, like another meal. So, when the time is right, you'll find the right one. Absolutely. You know, you're not letting go of it, Avonlea. I'm not telling you to stop looking. I'm just telling you to trust. Anyone heard of Kraft Dinner from the USA? I now forget the brand, but it's Velveeta or something. Whole pork loins and whole chickens on sale. I know at Food Basics, Barb. Hi, Barb. I know they're at Food Basics, but I'm kind of going off of pork. I'm not a big pork person anymore. The last couple of times I ate store-bought pork, my guts did not like it. I was in bowel agony and gas and all kinds of nasty stuff. So I would rather have the chicken legs. I mean, I'll save my pork for ham and bacon, right? For when I really, really, really want pork, I'll have some ham or some bacon. So I still have 2 whole chickens and a whole turkey in the freezer, but I want some chicken legs because we're missing our, I mean, you can only make so many pots of soup and so many pots of goulash and so many pots of stew before your husband goes, give me something to sink my teeth into. You know what I mean? So, our pantry saved our ass all winter. Ours too. Absolutely. Oh yeah. So the day before, what did I make? Oh, I made chicken strips and French fries, and I'm never going to buy those breaded chicken strips again. They were like trying to chew through, crumbling cardboard. It wasn't a pleasant experience. But but what I gave for as a vegetable, I thought, green beans. And I think because I've been saving carrots for other things, I was like, no, let's have some carrots. So I said to Howie, you want carrots? And he said, garlic butter carrots? I said, brilliant. So I heated the carrots. No, it's not a video. I heated that, like just opened the jar of carrots and dumped it in the pot, got it up to really good high heat so that the carrots were heated right through. Then I poured the water off, slapped some butter in there and some garlic and some onion powder and pepper and mashed it all up, and it was delicious. So yeah, I'll be canning a lot more carrots this year again because they come in really handy when you don't want to have green beans every day. You sprained your pinky toe. Oh, baby. I'm pretty sure the pinky on my left foot's mush. When you get to the point you're not lifting your feet as good as you used to. And my father's furniture, okay, my dad's dining room table and the 3 heavy chairs are just that. They're really heavy. So what that table and your baby toe, the foot on that table is that wide and it's that thick and it tapers down. And when you smack that with your baby toe and you got your big like me and you got some momentum growing, your baby toe pretty much breaks every time I hit it. And now it's just, it's just a toe. It's just a little sleeve of meat with crumpled bones. Hey, Hope, how are you, darling? The woman has 10 now, 12. Okay, what are we talking about? Well, I've made Velveeta. I've got a video on making Velveeta cheese with real cheese. Where is it? Let me find it for you. Let me find it. Whoa! Oh my God. Never mind. I'll put it. Oh, I forgot this. I will put it in the I will put it in the comments after. I'll put it in the comments after. Okay, guys? Like in the comments after this video. Okay. But I have I've got a just homemade Velveeta. Look it up on my our half acre homestead because I've done it. As a matter of fact, today I'm making whipped butter because butter's, the last butter I bought was $4.99 a pound. So I'm going to be taking 2 pounds of butter today and, well, a pound and a half of butter and 3 cups of sunflower oil. And it's so much, here I was whipping it in the KitchenAid and trickling in the 3 cups of sunflower oil, a pound and a half of butter. You can add salt if you want, but I actually like it less salty. And put it in the Ninja blender. When the butter's soft, put the oil, pour it into tubs. Now you have 3 pounds. Yeah, now you have, instead of a pound and a half, you have 3 pounds. And it's not the margarine you buy that is like an edible oil product thing. Oh, it is much tastier, Avonleanne. That it is much tastier. But I have it somewhere. I have how to make your own Velveeta. So I'm doing better today than I was yesterday, Hope. Bev, I'll send you a Swiss steak recipe. It uses cube steak. Well, I have a round steak in the freezer, but it looks like a little brick. So I'm thinking it's a folded up round steak, but if it's an eye of round, nobody will ever see that in a video because Howie will have it for breakfast one morning when he's really being a caveman. Give me that steak and eggs for breakfast. I do it for him about once a year, give him steak and eggs. Well, a pound doesn't last me 2 weeks because I eat popcorn, right? I make sandwiches for Howie. But yeah, I still have the sunflower oil and some butter. I'm going to make it. And it fills 2 tubs. And then one goes in the freezer and one goes in the fridge. The Dohertys have 10 kids now, 2 more. She adopted these kids from foster care. Who's the Dohertys? Cube steak or tenderized round steak. Okay, because that's what I have in the freezer. I do all the prep work, and then it goes in the crock pot for 6 hours on high, served with mashed potatoes. Okay, send me that recipe, Paula. I'll even shout you out. This is from Paula. So send me the recipe because I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do with that round steak. If Howie somehow thinks it's an inside round. Oh, sorry, honey. I'm looking at the size of it. It's about that big. I'm thinking it's a folded up round steak. But I remember when I was a kid, my parents' best friends, Marg and Al Atkins, God rest their souls. Having said all that about the plastic cheese, I just bought a big container of theater popcorn oil. It's just like the stuff we used at the movie theater. It's yummy. Oh, I don't want to talk to you about that, honey, because it won't be good. So I'm going to be making some butter today. If you want to see me do it in the blender, I don't know if I've done it in the blender or not before, but if you want a quick video on me doing it in the blender, because I always put in less oil because I'm afraid it's going to be runny. But the truth is, if you put in less oil, it isn't spreadable right. It isn't exactly spreadable right out of the fridge. So I'm going to be doing it because there's 2 cups in a pound of butter. So for every pound of butter, you do 1 3/4 cups to 2 cups of oil. So I know I was missing my movie theater popcorn. Yay, I know it's awful. Well, you know what? Guess what Howie's bringing home a bag of chips, bringing us home each a bag of chips. And I told him the ice cream sandwiches were on sale. You know, the ones that are like little cakes, chocolate cake with an ice cream bar in the middle. Yeah, I told him they're on sale. You know why? Because we've had some rough roads lately, and we're just gonna watch a movie tonight, and we're gonna have our supper, which is homemade chicken noodle soup. And well, I'll tell you about those chocolate things. When we were first sober, before Howie was discovered to be a diabetic, I'm pretty sure the ice cream bars did it. Um, I actually can only eat a half of one because I have reactive hypoglycemia, and if I eat a whole one, I'll get the sweats and stuff. So I just take a little bit. But oh, I know that. Don't explain yourself, Avon Leanne. You do not have to justify yourself. We all know that even the produce in the grocery store isn't as good for us as the stuff that we grow in our own gardens, right? But needs must when the devil drives. Devil drives when needs must, or whatever they say. I keep everything at home: chips, Doritos, cheese sticks, etc. I eat very little, but have at home. Well, I mean, the chips were on sale. The no name, how he said, are they Lays? Because we like the low salt Lays, right? Have you tried them? They take low salt Lays, taste like plain chips used to taste. Now, because the regular Lays just burn my mouth with the amount of sodium in them. But these ones are our compliments chips, and they're on for a buck a bag. So I said, grab some chips, and the ice cream bars are on sale because everything else, I said, get $30 worth of chicken, get 6 loaves of bread, get 3 bags of. Did I put milk on there? Yes, I did. Milk, chicken legs, red grapes, milk, cheese, bread, onions, bananas, eggs, and 24 cans of mushrooms because I keep forgetting mushrooms. Chips are on sale. So I like the low salt Lays too. Now, I don't grow peas, Natasha, but if your ground is workable, peas are something that can go in as soon as your ground can be worked. You put in your potatoes, your beets, your carrots, your parsnips, your rutabagas, and you plant peas. I had to look because it's been so long. You plant peas at the same time because they're a cold weather crop, right? But no, I don't plant peas. I stopped planting peas. The first time I planted them, in my very first garden, Briar was 2. Everybody knows the story, right? Route 11. Oh, I'm fond of Covered Bridge. They used to be Humpty Dumpty, not Humpty Dumpty. Yeah, I think they used to be Humpty Dumpty, and now they're called Cover Bridge, and they're a company in New Brunswick, but they don't sell here. But my first garden I put in on the first house we ever bought, I put pea vines, and what I did is I staked the row, and then with 18-inch chicken wire, and they climbed, and Briar was like all over. He was 2. He was all over the place. So I said, "Here, look." And I showed him the pea pod, and I cracked it open, and I said, "Look, it's a present," right? And I said, "Eat them. It's a present," right? So he popped these peas in his mouth, and he loved raw, fresh peas. He was 2. So I gave him, I cracked some of them open and put them in his hand so he could go play with the dog and eat or not the dog, but, go play while I'm working in the garden and eat his peas. I wasn't halfway down a row of beans, weeding the beans, when he brought me another pea pod, and he said, "Open the door." It's a favorite memory of mine. Open the door, because he couldn't get the. So I went, okay, and I walked back over with him, and I thought, piss on it, we're never going to see these peas, right? So I picked all the ripe ones in a double handful, and I went crack, 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 and I sat him down and said, "There you go," and he just sat there and ate the peas. But it was his thing. After that, I would only plant peas for Briar, and when he stopped eating them out of the garden, he got to the point where every time I worked in the garden, when the peas were still coming on, he would you know, he would bring them to me. I'd say, Briar, look, like that. And he stopped doing that. You know what he'd do? He'd throw the whole pea pod in his mouth and go, "Puh," and spit out the fiber. And he said, forget opening the door. He's just, I'm going to eat them like that. And he just chewed and chewed and chewed and spit out the fiber. That's the way. So I stopped planting peas when he stopped eating them. Going live today. Appreciate it because I missed out yesterday. Well, I'm glad you're here, Malka. Hey, Simply Jessica. Soup 6 for $2 at Maxi. Really? Wait a second. I'm seeing pies here. I purchased 2 of those Nova Scotia apple pies last week for $10. Really nice apple pies. One was for Easter and the other I just took out of the freezer for this weekend. Well, guess what? I know. I mean, anybody who's been with me a long time knows the stories of Briar chewing the pea pods, opening the door, and he kept bringing them to me until I just went, here, sit down and eat those. And then when I was like, Briar, give me a minute, he just started popping them in his mouth. So, I mean, you know, we had some healthy habits, but no, I haven't planted peas in a very, very long time. I wish I could be a normal person and be able to have stuff. It's good that you can. I'm impressed. What are we talking about? I discovered a brand. Oh, yeah. Malka, I have to hide anything like those from the spouse if I want to get so much as a lick of anything. Yeah, I know. Right. So, don't be impressed. I don't feel good if I eat too much junk. Well, that's me too, right? It's me too. That's why there's grapes and bananas on the list. Because it's my grape mode right now. In the dead of winter, it's apple mode. And then apples at this time of year are they look beautiful in the bag. They look firm until you go to bite into them and they're like almost like applesauce. They're soft, you know? Hey, Pam, how are you, darling? So, let's pull a card. So, I'll take the first one I reached for. Yeah, I'm really excited about the garden, and I changed my taste from 1 minute to another. Well, pretty soon it's going to be, oh my God, I burnt my pot making popcorn because I didn't see any reason to put oil in it. If I just kept shaking it, it'd be fine, but they stuck, right? I had to get Howie to bring home sandpaper because nothing I had would do it. So I cut up a pineapple and it tastes like cardboard. That is a first. Well, you know what? Being here a lot, just don't comment. Well, I'm glad you're here, Pam. And please stay safe on the road. Exactly, Freaky. But I tell you something, I'm growing watermelon this year, and I know it's kind of a luxury item when I could grow more vegetables. But that watermelon I grew last year, do you remember it was just pink and the seeds were white? It was only barely pink in the center. Still the tastiest watermelon I have had compared to anything in the stores. So I'm growing watermelons. So I'm going to start them soon. Excuse me, I got an itch in my nose. I'm going to start them soon because apparently you can start watermelons indoors. You can start zucchinis indoors, but anything that really goes crazy climbing, not so much. Hang on. Oh. And I even told Howie to buy a bag of no yolk egg noodles because my hands and everything are really sore. I just don't have making noodles in me today. Wow, Bev. No, I don't remember. Please film it because I didn't know you can grow such a thing. You can. Only this year, like last year, I grew one that was mature and 100. Here we go, Jenga. Last year, I grew one that was like 120. Whoa, sorry. 120 days to maturity. But this year, I got more beets. I loved home canned beets. Okay, what do I got this year? Let me see. Purple top. Sugar baby. Okay. Sugar baby watermelons. It doesn't say on the package here, but sugar baby watermelons grow pretty quick compared to the ones I had. I also have some that people have sent me. Hang on a second, guys. Parsnips, lettuce, cabbage, bloom side, non-GMO spinach. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Oh, I still have celery. Good. That's good. Cilantro. I should grow some of that. Rutabaga. Geez, I got a lot of seeds. Beans. Kale. Okay, here. These are the sugar babies. I got this. These are sugar babies, and these are sugar babies. I just wanted to read the package. This variety is a longtime favorite because of its quickness to fruit and very sweet flavor. Melons weigh up to 8 pounds and are 8 inches in diameter when mature. Flesh is medium red, of fine texture, and is not excessively seedy. And it says, it doesn't say when. Oh, 75 to 80 days harvest, right? And then I have, what are you doing in there? And the batteries too. Jeez. So how did you end up in my thing? Okay. There's another kind of watermelon I have in here. I just gotta. American. Okay, that's more sugar baby. So I'm planting watermelons soon. Kohlrabi. Well, who eats kohlrabi and what do you do with it? Fresh tomato of the north. I know I have other watermelon seeds in here. I know what you are. I'm planting zucchini this year. Again. Green and yellow beans. Oh, wait, what is this? Beans. Oh, it might be in one of these little bags. But somebody sent me some watermelon seeds that grow really quick. But I've got 3 packages of sugar babies. I will be starting at least 1 package of them this year because I love. Oh, I caught a mouse in my dishwasher this morning, and I'm pretty sure it's the mouse I met. Just sit over there. I'm pretty sure it's the mouse I met. Is like turnip, used like turnip in certain cooking. I thought you eat it raw. I'll screw it up. I can't even make a grilled cheese. Planted the squash babies and already have a yellow straight neck squash about the size of a penny. Kohlrabi is good. Steam it like broccoli and butter it up. Well, maybe I'll plant some. Well, I've got rainbow chard. I've got spinach. I'm not so sure I'm going to do kale this year. I think I'm going to go in on the spinach and the chard and freeze it up. But Howie said don't do it in balls. He doesn't like spinach balls. So I'll press them into like a square tub and then drop them out onto a sheet, flash freeze them, and then freeze them like that. I think my compost planted some zooks for me. Was he squeaky clean? I'm not sure I get that. Who's squeaky clean? But I'm going to plant watermelons because I'm telling you, I could live on watermelon all summer long. But the watermelon you get in the store now, it's not sweet. It's not crispy. It's not juicy. So I want my watermelons. And I've got a plan for a bed out there where I'm going to put the bed And I know that they're going to want to go this way towards the sun, but I'm going to put out, I've got 2 sheets of plastic lattice that Howie has never done what I asked him to do with it. So they're sitting out back. And I'm going to lay them on the bed for the water and train the watermelons to crawl on them. So, Bev, it'll perk you up. Has 0 calories. Enjoy. I love watermelon. See, that's, I'm on grapes right now until like until I can get watermelon and tomatoes. So. Oh, squeaky clean. No, I don't know how we got it. Well, no, I do know how we got in there because I did dishes yesterday and I opened the door to get something out last night and I left the door open. And I swear it's the same mouse who was running around across my counter above the dishwasher the other day. So I'm unloading the dishwasher and all of a sudden I see him. He's on the handle of the cutlery rack. And I went, seriously, dude? You just gonna stand there and look at me? So I grabbed him by the tail and I took him outside, figuring Gracie would kill him. Because Gracie will catch a mouse, she'll kill it, right? But I had it by the tail and it did this like squirrel suit. Hey! Hey! Oh, it's just all stiff limbs and it's like it's flying, holding it by the tail. It's going, hey! And then Gracie saw it as I brought it outside. And so I just tossed it. Gracie went after it and bang, it was under my stairs. It's going to come back with 10 of its best friends. That's what I just did. Oh, I didn't want to save it. Mice in my house do not belong. I can't help it. We live in the country and this house sat empty for a year before we moved in. So the mice, it's like a genetic memory for them. But I'll tell you something. Yeah, I bet, Barb. I just ordered a case of peaches from Peach Truck that comes once a year. Won't be here till July 3rd. I wish I could. The last time I got peaches was when Jenga. The last time I got peaches was, oh God, I don't know how many years ago. We were down in Peterborough and we were on our way home. We went to the farmer's market and I got a case of peaches because they were beautiful. Because I said to the guy, I said, this isn't a case of peaches where the ones on the top are the prettiest and the ones underneath are yellow and hard, eh? And he goes, come here. And he lifted the trays of peaches and they were all beautiful. It's like, okay, give me a case. But I think if I can get a deal on peaches this year, I'm going to can them because we love canned peaches. And it's an easy dessert, right? Open a jar of peaches, throw it in a bowl, add some whipped cream. Boom, peaches. My girl is like Gracie. Frogs don't stand it. Yeah, or bugs. I'm telling you, bugs. It's like she'll look at a spider and she'll watch it. And if it moves, she's on it, right? Forget it. She's just a bug hunter. She's a hunter. I've never seen a boxer be a hunter before. Like, it's almost like she's a hunting dog. You know what I mean? Well, I guess she is, eh? Yeah, my Gracie. Gracie, you gonna come say hi? I put her bed out in the living room under the front window, and she's now starting to use it. But she's a little pissed that it wasn't under my table. Grace? Are you inside? Don't you play with me. Get some here. Either she's outside and I've forgotten because she likes to go outside and lay in the sun. Yeah, she's outside. I'm sorry, she's outside. Lizards don't come around either. She's an American Staffordshire. Oh, my goodness. That's a beautiful dog. Hey, Danny love, how are you? Joe Mama, I love peaches. I love peaches. It's just that where we live, we're too far away from the Niagara region. Oh, she's outside. We're too far from the Niagara region. All right, I'm going to pull a card. Gracie's the smallest boxer I've ever seen, except for her mother. Her mother was that size. No. All right. Let's try you guys. I like lizards. I like everything that's alive. I like rocks. Did you hear about the pilot project? I think it's either in Italy or Greece that they're testing digital currency. This card is not talking. Who needs a card? Come on, somebody needs a card. They come from Georgia every year. Only got one 25-pound case this year. Can't help it. It's the fruit Scott will eat. Well, there you go. Wow. Yeah, it's the Energy Oracle cards. Okay. I don't know who needs to hear this. But this is the card of action. But notice that it is not action like an action figure or an action film with guns and people and stuff. This is the action of enjoying the day. This is the action of community and well-being and friends. And there's always the idea that, you can always jump the fence and see where things take you. But today is a day for somebody of action. Remember, leap and the universe will catch you. Funny, we're in the same province and Niagara peaches are not available. Well, it's not that they're not available. They're just really bloody expensive. I mean, I'll have to go to the farmer's market, right? So where I got my peaches was in Peterborough at the farmer's market. The thinking man. Now, I don't know who needs to hear this, but somebody is waking up and looking at objects like crystals and rocks as living things. It's like he's not just thinking about it, he's seeing it, and he's saying there is life in everything, right? Somebody's just starting to wake up to the fact that our planet is part of us. It's not something we own or live on. It is a part of us. We are a part of it. That's why we go back to the earth when we die, when our bodies die, right? My Oreo kitty is bringing me 1 to 2 live mice a night. Wow, I need that kitty. Wow. Okay. Okay. Third chakra archangel Shamuel. Now listen, guys. You see where that is? That's the gut. All right. And somebody has been told to listen to their instinct, but they're still not ready to take the leap. Whoever this is, everything sounds really good, but your gut is telling you something is off. Listen to your gut. It's divinely guided. Okay? Anyway, it doesn't matter about the likes, Malka. It's just I wanted to come on here today and thank you guys for pulling me back from a very dark place yesterday. It was still hard right up until I went up to bed, only because I got reminded of it, right? Or somebody asked for an explanation and I just couldn't say it one more time what I was going through, or it was just felt like it was going to consume me, right? But I'm okay. I got some sleep And you know what? I don't have the money I thought I was going to have to do the things I need to do or do the things I want to do. But we are lucky enough to both have a paycheck, period. And it's covering the things we need to do. And that's what's really important, right? So listen, I just wanted what was I doing up at 2 a.m.? Me? I wasn't. I wasn't. I was dead to the world from 11:30 till 5:30 or 12:30 to 5:30. I know, and that's why I'm thinking all these things will eventually be resolved. But I got really hopeful. No, I got expectant. And expectations are negative emotions waiting to happen. Because 9 times out of 10, when we expect something and it doesn't happen, we go bang. And I really thought that things were going to resolve itself and that would be the end of a 2-week depression. But it just made it. It was just like a nail, you know? So expectations are negative emotions awaiting to happen, right? So I'm no longer expecting anything other than what I know that has been given to me ongoing right now. All I know is I won't expect anything to be resolved now until it is, right? So listen, guys, let's see if we got one more card. Let's pull from the universe has our back, right? Come on, what's the message we want to close with? There it is. It's the message we want to close with today. This is Mrs. Wolfe from Life with the Wolfies saying, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. And I leaned yesterday, and I am at peace today. Even though I can't make it to Aunt Audrey's funeral, even though I have to buy a subpar pool liner, but everything that needs to be covered is covered. And I'm just going to let go and let, the God of my faith and the universe carry me for a while. All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Thank you to anybody who has donated a tip, even if it was $5 towards the PayPal for Aunt Audrey's flowers. Because there were 3 people who tipped me yesterday, I'm adding those to the flowers, and I will be adding the at the end of our family thing, I'll be saying, and your YouTube family. Okay. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And we'll see you. Well, patrons, we'll see you in a few hours for Freaky Friday. And man, oh man, do we need it today. Take care. God bless.